Since so much information is already out there about this case, how did you guys do research about things that we actually still don't know? Is there something like that?
The research for this began with just a lot of reading, a lot of documents, and really trying to understand the timeline of events. This surrounds the 5 days around the investigation, so from the crime, 5 days onwards. So understanding what happened in that week in Delhi, how the manhunt ensued, beginning with the verdict, which detailed how each person was caught and all the evidence against them, and then expanding out into the discussions with the officers. I was here in Delhi when it happened, and you feel the anger, you feel the confusion, you feel the complexity of your own emotions to this crime, and you feel the anger bubbling in the city. It was happening all over the country, it was happening all over the world. So when the protests started, and then it became riots, as a citizen, as a normal person, you can't help but feel that anger and be caught up in it.
Do women on your sets talk about it? Do you talk to your female colleagues? Because this is a case that everybody feels really strongly about. They get really angry when this is spoken about. Did you take inputs from women around you?
Many of my collaborators and most of my department heads were women on this. And for me, it wasn't just did I take their input. It was please give me as much input as possible. There's a perspective I'm not capable of bringing to this. As a man, forget this. As a person, everyone has a reaction to this crime, and my initial reaction, and I think probably a lot of guys would think this way, a lot of men would think this way, is I can't necessarily relate to the crime happening to me. I can relate to the perspective of accompanying somebody in the case like this crime happened. So if I'm with somebody, a loved one, and this crime is happening, what would my reaction be to that? If I witness it happening to a stranger, what would my reaction be to that? Would I intervene? Could I intervene? Would I die as a result? To me, it started to become this Medusa of an idea. It's just something you hope you never encounter, because if you do, you'll never be the same and you may not survive. And so that was my perspective as a man.